Feeling drained, like life's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at you? Hold on, self care warrior, because you have landed in the right place. This is Hold My Purse, the podcast where we ditch the guilt and embrace some serious, badass self care. Because, let's face it, self love, self care, it's not selfish, it's essential. I'm your host, Ro, and here's the thing. I am freaking obsessed with helping you navigate this crazy world with a full cup and a fierce heart. You see, I believe that when you prioritize your well being, you become a freaking powerhouse. Ready to unlock your inner badass and build a life that you love? Then hit that subscribe button because this is where the magic happens. Today, we're going to explore the world of emotional triggers. These are those moments when something seemingly insignificant sends us spiraling into intense emotional reactions. Whether it's a comment from a friend, a memory from the past, or even a particular smell, emotional triggers have the power to hijack our rationality and throw us completely off balance. But fear not, because I got you. Understanding our triggers is the first step towards regaining control over our emotional responses. So let's get this party started. All right, so research suggests that emotional triggers often stem from past experiences, especially those that were traumatic or deeply impactful. These experiences create neural pathways in our brains, essentially programming us to react in a specific way when a similar situation arises in the future. The amygdala, a part of the brain responsible for processing emotions, play a huge role in this. When triggered, it can trigger a fight or flight response, leading to intense emotions. But here's the catch. Our triggers aren't always obvious. They kind of lurk beneath the surface, disguised as seemingly harmless situations or sensations. And that's why self-awareness is so freaking key. By paying attention to our emotional reactions and exploring their underlying causes, we can begin to identify our triggers and gain insight into why they affect us so deeply. So, I got a lot of triggers. And I have been actively working on them. And I was talking to my daughter Autumn and I asked her, I was like, hey, so what are some of your emotional triggers? And I learned that she and I have a common trigger, and that is rejection. And I don't know if you believe in astrology, but I'm a Capricorn, and Capricorns hate rejection. I mean, hate rejection. For example, I have been looking for new employment for a while. I'm looking for the right place. And I've received some rejection letters. And for a while, I was kind of feeling like down and like, what is this? Like, what's up with that? I know my shit. Mm. The same goes for dating. I can't stand that rejection there either. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm cute. I'm fly. Like, what's up? And then lastly, I cannot stand to be around negative people. Now, that is a trigger that sends me off into the stratosphere. And I have been really working hard to manage these triggers. And I'll share more with you in a minute. So, you ask, what do we do once we've identified our triggers? Because you really should understand what they are. So, once you've identified them, that's where coping strategies can come into play. From mindfulness techniques to cognitive reframing, there are countless tools at our disposal for managing our emotional responses. One powerful technique is called grounding. And this involves bringing our focus back to the present moment by engaging our senses. So whether it's taking deep breaths, focusing on the sensation of our feet on the ground. Say you're outside and you're walking, and one of the most beautiful things you can do for yourself is walk on the grass. And that sensation of the grass can help to reground you. Or when you're walking, you notice the sights and sounds around you, the squirrels running up the tree, the sound of the hummingbirds in your area. Grounding can help us regain our composure when we feel overwhelmed with our emotions. Now, let's talk tactics. We talked about grounding techniques to help us stay present when a trigger hits, but that's just one tool in our emotional toolbox. Let's explore some additional strategies you can use to manage those charged moments. For instance, mindfulness practices. Just like any athlete trains their body, we can train our minds to be more aware of our emotional landscape. Techniques like meditation or journaling can help us identify our triggers and emotional patterns. Imagine meditation as taking a mental step back to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. And then you use journaling because that allows you to track your emotional responses over time. And that will help you see the connections and develop better coping mechanisms. Number two, cognitive reframing. Our thoughts significantly influence how we experience our emotions. When a trigger hits, our brains might jump to negative conclusions. Cognitive reframing is about challenging those negative thought patterns and replacing them with more empowering ones. For example, instead of thinking, this is a disaster, we can reframe it as this is a challenge and I have the skills to handle it. By reframing our thoughts, we can take back control of our emotional responses. As I mentioned, I hate rejection, but there's a powerful way that I like to reframe it. And that is thinking of it as kind of like a stepping stone. So for every no I hear, it brings me one step closer to the big yes that I'm searching for. Let me share that again. For every no I hear, that brings me one step closer to my big yes. So the next time you get passed over for a job or a date, use it as motivation to keep refining your skills and putting yourself out there. Remember, you're a perfect match. Whether it's for a job or finding your person, it's out there waiting for you. Just be patient. It's coming. Lastly, healthy boundaries. We have been talking about boundaries throughout this entire podcast since its inception in October. Um, Sometimes the best defense is a good offense. And setting healthy boundaries with people or situations that consistently trigger us is crucial. I'm talking crucial for our emotional well being. Boundaries are communication guidelines that help us protect our time, our energy, and our mental space. This could involve saying no more often, limiting contact with certain individuals. Now, you got some people that you don't need to be around. So, just limit contact with them. Or just removing ourselves from triggering situations altogether. Remember, setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's self care and it's self love. By incorporating these tactics along with grounding techniques, you'll be well equipped to navigate those emotional triggers with greater awareness, control, and resilience. Now, of course, healing from emotional triggers, it's an ongoing process and one that's going to require some patience, some self-compassion, and sometimes, and don't be afraid, professional support. Therapy, whether it's individual or group based, can provide a safe space for exploring our triggers and developing healthier coping mechanisms. Or Just give yourself a damn break. Either way, however way you want to approach it, there's support out there for you. But perhaps the most important aspect of healing is learning to be gentle with ourselves. We all have triggers, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. By embracing our vulnerabilities and seeking support when needed, we can transform our triggers from sources of pain into opportunities for growth. All right, up next, Aria speaks. All right, that's it for today's episode. We hope you found these insights and coping strategies helpful as you navigate emotional triggers. Here are some ways you can take action today. Create a trigger log where you track your emotional reactions and identify potential triggers. Write them down and start thinking about what you can do from the coping strategies that we shared today. What can you do? How can you apply them to those triggers? So the next time you're triggered, you know what to do. I'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences with emotional triggers on our website at www.hold-my-first.com. Let me know how you're navigating them. What's working for you? I'd love to hear from you. All right, stay tuned for more empowering discussions on personal growth and well-being. Because you know what? You got this. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement. Together, let's build a tribe of self-care warriors who own their lives and live it to the fullest. Remember, let self-care be your ride or die companion on this wild journey we call life. Slay those challenges, conquer those obstacles, and as always, keep your self-care purse within arm's reach. Until next time, my fabulous friends, remember to put yourself first and to hold my purse. Peace. Re-record the ending. That's it for today's episode. We hope you found these insights and coping strategies helpful as you navigate emotional triggers. And here's something you can do right now. This is how you can take action. Create a trigger log where you track your emotional reactions and identify those potential triggers. And next to them, write down your coping strategies, whether it's mindfulness or journaling, meditation. Write down reframing. Write down how you're going to address those triggers when they pop up. And honestly, y'all, I'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences with emotional triggers on our website at www.hold-my-first.com. Let me know what you do, what triggers you, and how do you cope with that. And honestly, I would love it if you stay tuned for more empowering discussions on personal growth and well-being. Because you know what? You got this. And I am here for you. I am here to help you navigate. I am here to help you live a fulfilled and abundant life because you know what? It's our birthright. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. It would mean the world to me and Aria. This isn't just a podcast, y'all. It's a movement. Together, let's build a tribe of self-care warriors who own their lives and live it to the fullest. Remember, let self-care be your ride or die companion on this wild journey we call life. Slay those challenges, conquer those obstacles, and as always, keep your self-care purse within arm's reach. Until next time, my fabulous friends, remember to put yourself first and to hold my purse. Peace. Hey, Aria.
Hey, Mimi.
I love you. I want to do something a little bit different today. I wanted to ask you, what makes you mad or upset?
Whenever people talk to me, I don't like when they're supposed to talk to me.
What do you mean? Tell me a little bit more. Like, give me an example.
So like when I'm not doing bad things and they think I am.
Oh, so you don't like for people to say you're doing something that you're not doing.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and so what do you do when that happens? Do you say something? What do you do? What do you do?
I just get mad and angry.
You do? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but you should let people know when they say something to you that's not true. But you got to be I guess nice about it. So if someone says that you're doing something and you're not doing, instead of screaming and saying, I'm not, you just say something like, well, I'm sorry you feel that I'm doing that, but I am not. This is what I was doing. So you can find a different way to express yourself, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you think you could do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't like to see you get upset, you know? No. What else you want to share? Anything else you want to share?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. We'd love to hear from you.
I bet you guys don't know that my dad has a cat.
What's the cat's name?
Zapper.
Zapper. And what do you like about
And
Zapper?
his last name was Whitmore, like me.
Zapper Whitmore. That's a very clever name. What do you like
Zapper Whitmore.
What do you like about Zapper?
He does play with strings and he plays with the little laser light.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So does he like chase the light?
Yeah, you like put it on the ground and then they chase it. But when he goes down the zigzag, he goes like this.
Really? That sounds funny. I love that. Well, I'm glad you like Zapper. I'm allergic to cats, so I can never be around Zapper, but I'm glad you're enjoying him.
Have you ever seen those cats that are bold? Speaks?
What are they called? Do you know?
They're called Speaks.
They're called Speaks?
Yeah.
So I don't know cat culture, so I could not tell you, but that's pretty fabulous. You have to show me a picture of one or a video.
Oh, they don't have no hair.
Like zero hair? Like not even like a speck of hair?
Yeah, they're zero.
Oh, stop. Do they look funny? I bet they're gorgeous. Though.
Sometimes you put clown. Once I think last year when we went hunting for Halloween, somebody just brought a cat, a speak cat, and then it was like wearing a clown costume.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't go trick or treating with y'all, so I missed that. I bet you that was kind of cool.
This year you can come, cause they're gonna be the Wizard of Oz.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're gonna be the Wicked Witch.
Yeah, that's nice. And by the way, do we have to think about Halloween? Like it's like 7 months away.
Come on, it's almost like.
No, come on. No. Let's just live in the moment. Let's just enjoy right now.
Stop messing with the hands.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, and I'll talk to you later. You gonna say bye to everyone?
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. That's it for today's episode. We hope you found these insights and coping strategies helpful as you navigate emotional triggers. And here's something you can do right now. This is how you can take action. Create a trigger log where you track your emotional reactions and identify those potential triggers. And next to them, write down your coping strategies, whether it's mindfulness or journaling, meditation. Write down reframing. Write down how you're going to address those triggers when they pop up. And honestly, y'all, I'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences with emotional triggers on our website at www.hold-my-first.com. Let me know what you do, what triggers you, and how do you cope with that? And honestly, I would love it if you stay tuned for more empowering discussions on personal growth and well being. Because you know what? You got this. And I am here for you. I am here to help you navigate. I am here to help you live a fulfilled and abundant life because you know what? It's our birthright. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. It would mean the world to me and Arya. This isn't just a podcast, y'all. It's a movement. Together, let's build a tribe of self-care warriors who own their lives and live it to the fullest. Remember, let self-care be your ride or die companion on this wild journey we call life. Slay those challenges, conquer those obstacles, and as always, keep your self-care purse within arm's reach. Until next time, my fabulous friends, remember to put yourself first and to hold my purse. Peace.